Well, trick or treat, ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghoulies of all ages. Tonight is October 25th. Just 6 days until Halloween. Horrible, horrifying Halloween. But this year, it's also the 45th anniversary of one of the most legendary and one of the most terrifying slashers in horror movie history. 45 years ago today, that little Illinois town would be terrorized by the one and only John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween. Many folks, young and old alike, got scared out of their wits when they witnessed the story of the Haddonfield boogeyman, a 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face. The blackest eyes, the death of his eyes, stood right outside in the front yard of his house, staring right up into the bedroom window of his 17-year-old sister, Judith Myers. The beautiful lady was simply living her life straightening her curls, and was totally unaware that this Halloween night in 1963 would be her last. The 6-year-old Michael Myers walked into that house, up the stairs, and into the room, and brought his big sister to her brutal demise with a large kitchen knife. The young but murderous boy was taken away into the Smith's Grove crazy house and was studied by Psychiatrist Dr. Loomis, but of course, 15 years later, he escaped the night before Halloween. Dr. Loomis spent 8 years trying to reach him, and another 7 trying to keep him locked up, because he knew what was hiding behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil. Michael Myers went on back down to his hometown of Haddonfield and targeted a group of 3 high school students. All except one would be murdered on that Halloween night, 45 years ago. Charles Cyphers as Sheriff Brackett, P.J. Souls as Lynda, Nancy Loomis as Annie Brackett, Kyle Richards as Lindsey Wallace, Brian Andrews as Tommy Doyle, Donald Pleasence as Dr. Samuel Loomis, Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie STRODE, and of course, Nick Castle as the cold-blooded, heartless, and eternally evil boogeyman, or simply Michael Myers. The 1978 Halloween was without a doubt one of John Carpenter's biggest hits. It is kind of hard to believe that a movie which didn't have much of a budget turned out to be some of the most terrifying 1 hour and 30 minutes of many viewers' lives. Like many other History Maker movies, Halloween did indeed have sequels that might have come in close, or not exactly go according to plans or expectations, but one thing is for sure. The horror that the characters in the film and the audience watching it experienced will never be forgotten for the rest of eternity. Especially when the doc shot the deranged killer 6 times. And the mysterious occurred. And the slaughters continued throughout the franchise. 4.5 decades later, the morbid memories of Michael Myers still live on to this Halloween, and there's no doubt that it will live on for 45 and many more Halloweens to come.
I shot him 6 times!